It's the last of Kid Fonque Presents Ballantine's True Music series. Join me, Kid Fonque, as we close off the journey with an epic list of pioneering artists who are making their mark and taking a stand for true music. In this season, we're chatting to storyteller, poet, and musician SIO. She's a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to writing songs that look at things from a different angle. She's inspired art and people from around the world with her unique voice, and now she's center stage in Cape Town. What's happening? This is Kid Fonque, and we are here in Cape Town, Langa, and we are joined by obviously my party, Kid Fonque Presents, in conjunction with Weha Sundays and True Music Series. And we have the first female that I've ever interviewed in this series, and I think it's not a male or female thing, it's just about the music. And I think SIO is very, very important in the music scene that's happening in South Africa. Welcome, SIO.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good. SIO, I want to start at the beginning, and I actually want to start because Charles and I were talking about it.
Sure.
The first time I ever saw SIO was 4 years ago, and you were the singer for Charles Webster's then Bones of his album, which is going to be releasing soon.
Sure.
Tell me about, because you weren't SIO at the time, you were something else. Tell me about who you were,
Yeah.
and tell me about what was happening in that stage of your life.
Okay, so I went by the name of SIO Black Widow back then. It's a long story because I was very sort of dark and seeking sort of female power, and I thought a black widow spider is a powerful female symbol in nature.
Yeah.
So I took that moniker on, but everybody's just like, you are a man eater. So I'm like, okay, no, never mind, let's drop that.
Clearly, yes.
Let's drop that. So I decided to just go by SIO, but back then I was building and finding my feet storyteller wise. My songs were a lot longer and a lot more involved, at least words wise, so there's a lot to chew vocally. But I've kept the storyteller essence of music, or at least that part of me throughout the music, and I've been fortunate enough to catch the attention of a Charles Webster in life before anybody knew me.
How did you, I mean, Charles he's a heavyweight in the game.
Definitely.
How did someone, and I'm not saying someone that was relatively unknown,
Sure.
catch the attention of Charles back then? I mean, I saw you 4 years, that was the first time I saw you 4 years ago. Did you met him 5 years?
I met him that year, I think.
Okay.
I met him that year. We got into talks because he picked up a song that I'd done with Luca called Next to You.
Yes.
He called it a novel, which it is. It's a long song with a lot of words, but he liked how I sounded. He liked how I wrote. He liked the romance and the poetry in what I did. So he approached me, and I was just like, whoa, wait, hold on. Hold on. This is not anybody. Charles Webster knows me. How? But then Luca got us in touch, and then we met, and he's like, I'd like to do some music with you. And I was like, of course I'll do music with you. Like, that's a no-brainer. So we did. I heard some of it. I'm very excited for everyone to hear.
He told us that he played you some last night.
It's stunning.
The maddest thing is that 4 years ago I saw you with Charles for working on his album.
Yes.
In that time, from then till now, you have worked with Julian Gomes, Fred Everything, Reckless. Please help me with more. Okay, who haven't you worked with? You've worked with so many people, and we still haven't heard Charles's album yet.
Yes, it's bizarre.
It's so
the
crazy.
strangest
It
thing.
feels like it's gone full circle.
It has. It has.
So I met you at this event, and I was like, you're incredible, and we
Thank
got
you.
chatting,
Yeah.
and then we kind of connected in a musical sense, and
Sure.
your journey started getting the attention of a lot of people.
Sure.
And I remember, I don't know about the timing, but was the next step for you the feature with Julian?
Yes, it was.
Okay,
Yes.
which did a lot of
Amazing
big
things
things.
for me, yeah.
Tell us about that connection.
So Julian and I had also met around the time
Julian Gomes.
Julian
We
Gomes,
were
yes.
referring to,
yes, Julian Gomes. So I'd also met him at a Charles related gig.
Right.
Ironically,
Yes.
so it's bizarre that you get a plug-in like Charles Webster in life, and you relatively new. But so Julian and I exchanged numbers, and then he sent me this beat, and it counted a story about two people who can't be together, and I wrote about that in a song called 1,000 Memories. So that happened. It was a beautiful experience, beautiful video, beautiful. Then I get a remix package from the gods.
Yes.
With at Jazz, Fred Everything, Ocean Lade, and Charisma. It's just like, I can die now. It's fine.
But the thing is, it just keeps going.
It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better.
You seem to be someone that the house music community gravitated to make hits. You were doing it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No problem.
So you were doing, you were getting calls by Fred Everything,
Yeah.
San Francisco.
Crazy.
Give us the list of people that were knocking at your door.
So I got one from, it's Fred Everything, of course. Then I've gotten one by Magic Number, UK based. So we got a couple of things that we're working on. Then Reckless, of course, and yourself. There's also been a couple from, let me see. There's a lot that I've actually said no to.
This is the thing. I've had a lot of discussions with people around your career as your career has grown, and we were just like, "CEO, calm down."
Yes, I've been saying yes too much.
You were doing so many features,
Sure.
and in the process, making a lot of hits for people. But I think one that was closest to me was your collaboration with Cape Town producer Dawson.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Because that is somewhat of an anthem in South Africa.
That is cool. I'm grateful for that. So when I had a job, a 9-to-5 job,
Yes.
you hit me up
Yes.
and spoke about Dawson, and you sent me Lucy, and I was like, what is this awesomeness? And then he had like a release schedule for it. We left that as it was, and then he did plug us together to do Forbidden. And I struggled writing Forbidden, ironically. So I think the second part of the song was just freestyling, and I let that be. And he loved it.
So that's one thing I didn't know. So the second part of the song wasn't written.
It's a freestyle, it's not written. Wasn't thought out. It's just like, I cannot write, I'm fried.
Wow.
So let that go. And his cousin Kaimak loves the way I write. So I met Kaimak for the first time this past Friday, and I was like, thank you for that, for pushing your cousin to send a beat to me.
Yes.
So Kaimak pushed Dawson to send Forbidden, because the beat was titled Forbidden, and I wrote around the title. That's been really cool. And then he sent me Nobody Else, and that's also a beautiful song, and
Which
it's
is
been
your
really
new
well.
single, which you've just released. It's the second single with
It's the
Dawson.
second single, yes.
So, not many people in our industry know how to write music
Sure.
in regards to write lyrics.
Sure.
And that's something that I think you are very well crafted in.
Yeah,
Where does that come from? Because I think a lot of people appreciate the fact that firstly you can sing.
Sure.
I think a lot of people can sing.
sure.
But to actually write a song,
Yeah.
I think takes a lot of skill. I have no idea how to do it, but I can definitely appreciate it when I hear someone writing
Yeah.
good. Where does this? Because is this something you learn? Is this something?
I don't know that it's something I've I started out writing poetry. It's still something I do. I struggled writing melodies that made sense, that were cohesive and good initially. So I let that go. I was just like, I'm never going to write a song. Then about 4 years later, I wrote a jumbled mix of words and a melody to that. And I was just like, that works. It doesn't sound messy. It has direction. So I capitalized on that. So I just wrote and wrote and wrote. So it's a practice thing. It's similar to DJing.
The more you do it, the better you get.
The more you do it, the better you get. But there is definitely a talent to it as well. I'm not saying that anybody can become a songwriter. I don't even know if that I could DJ. Who knows? But it is something that you develop as a skill once, but you need to have a talent for it and understand words and phrases and read.
So you do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
So you are two things. You're a songwriter and you're a poet.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about. You have two aliases,
Sure.
if you will.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about the decision to do these two and where do each kind of fit. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got another alias called the Twilight Child. Twilight Child has been my poetry alias since high school when I was performing poetry live. So I recently took that up again just to express certain things and certain feelings outside of the music. Life, travel, drama, music, all of that nonsense. But yeah, it's a place where I unload or offload a lot of the things I'm feeling. It's a far more sort of cutthroat, sort of direct and less romantic side of SIO. It's the no nonsense kind of space
I
for
have
me.
noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I don't care. You like me, you like me. Don't like me, I don't care.
Put it out.
Hoi. So that's the Twilight Bell.
So is the emphasis to continue with the two, or is it just something that you need as an outlet?
I think for now it's just a space to let things go. But I definitely think it's going to come to a point where they're gonna amalgamate and just become one thing, regardless. It's just it's inevitable that people are gonna be, oh, that's SIO. Oh, SIO's the Twilight Child.
Exactly.
So yeah, inevitably it's just gonna be one body.
Amazing.
Sure.
Now tonight, we've invited you to come and perform for us.
Thank you.
And you have so many features and so many hits. You actually have like,
I have a
can't
couple.
even count them on my hands. How many? What are we gonna expect from you this evening?
Something new, and things you're used to, and a good time, I hope.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be your DJ actually. We haven't rehearsed, we haven't done anything. I'm just gonna play the beats and you're gonna be singing tonight.
That's great, but who gets Kid Funk as a DJ, guys?
Oh, everyone.
Hey! Yeah, but thank you so much.
So just to wrap up, obviously we have Felipe. I don't know. I'm saying this obviously like you know this, but we have a Spanish artist Felipe Panza, who's in the mix with us for our performances tonight.
Yes.
How important is art and music for you? Are they the same thing, or I mean, how does it work in your head?
I think because I'm an artist myself, I appreciate all art forms. I think they all feed into each other. They all build and they all celebrate each other. So I mean, I'm pretty sure painters listen to music when they work.
Definitely.
And we need visual artists to show our work off. So it's all very integrated and all very important.
Which is going to happen over your set.
Absolutely.
We're going to have his artwork moving to what you're performing to.
Amazing.
So yeah, incredible. SIO, before we wrap up, what is next? I know what's next.
Okay.
Just tell people watching what is happening with SIO in the future.
Okay. I'm working on an album, so that's coming through Stage True Beats. No?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, got that right. So Stage True Beats. It is not a house album. It is electronic music though. It's got blessed again. I've got music by Dave Martian on there, music by Luca, who's a good and long friend of mine musically, as well as Ad Jazz. Who gets an Ad Jazz track before they do a track with Ad Jazz? Like, I don't know. I'm very, very, very blessed.
No, one of the things that I do know, and I'm obviously I have my own radio show and I'm all about current music.
Yes.
And I've been hanging on to most of the content from your album for a while, but
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to play it because it's got to come out in its due course.
Yes.
One of the stories that I really, really loved was you went to Julian Gomes, who is literally deep house.
Sure.
He is that word.
Yes.
He is deep house.
Done.
And you guys had done a swap, so he owes you a song for your album.
Yeah.
And you're like, guy,
thank you for doing the house thing well.
Yes.
But I don't want a house song.
I don't want a house tune on my record.
Yes.
And you pushed Julian into a corner, into an uncomfortable space,
And he
to
did
produce
amazing.
a non-house song for your record.
Yeah.
And the point is, it is so good. I know it's incredible.
It is so cool.
You put him to his uncomfortable zone, and I've can't wait to play it on my radio show. I can't wait for people to hear it because I think Julian should produce more
outside
non-house.
outside of the house
100%.
space. Definitely.
So is this coming out this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Yes.
The non-house electronic album from
That you can still
SIO.
dance to. You'll still dance. It will be great.
Exactly.
It will be
Really
great.
looking forward to your performance tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming through.
Likewise.
That's SIO. Hang on for her performance. She's amazing, incredible. Stick around. That's a wrap from me and the True Music series brought to you by Ballantines. Thanks for joining us and our uncompromising artists. Remember to continue supporting and taking a stand for true music. For more on Ballantine's True Music series, check out the Ballantine site or follow Ballantine's SA on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For more on Kid Fonque Presents the Ballantines True Music series, check out Kid Fonque on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
So let me tell you the power of this music.
It's what I live for.
It's a connection.
It's positive energy.
Ready for the ride?
I'll see you in the queue. This sound is worth fighting for. We hear you, people.
We're standing up for true music.
Not for persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Massive love. So, I'm trying to focus now, but Charles Webster stepped on stage and I'm freaking out. Like, I'm freaking out. Okay, so. Bra, legend, hey. Hey? That's real. So, him and I are going to do a little number. It's old, though. Those who know me will know the song. It's called Next to You. So Charles Webster did it up. So we are doing that now. Going deep. soul is a painting. Your hands are a brush. Your strokes keep me guessing. The art of your voice sounds like a blessing. I can't believe there is powerful feeling. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. You're overwhelming me. You're overwhelming me. This is love. Love's been pretending. I've never adored this fire beyond reason. Beside you I find the reason for breathing. The thought of your absence is leaving me bleeding. Your smile misses all the way my heart's beating. Holding you feels like I'm stealing existence without you. The world would be chasing. I'm overwhelmed, oh, you're overwhelming me. You're overwhelming You're overwhelming me. My name is SIO. Thank you for listening and dancing and sharing. It was lovely. Bye. I love you also very much.